Okay, let's watch this. How I Lost My Best Friend in WoW from Pint. I have never seen this. By the way, bro, I have a quick bone to pick. All right? Is that the phrase, bone to pick? I was reading some YouTube comments and about these people with their tinfoil hats on. They're theorizing in the comments and they're saying, oh, there's no way Xaryu's never seen any of these videos. He's just reposting them now and pretending like he hasn't. Are you freaking kidding me, man? No, I haven't seen any of these damn videos. I've been in my freaking turtle shell for the last 20 years grinding rank 1 titles. I haven't been on the YouTube's freaking role-playing, you know, looking up the lore. I've been one-shotting noobs like you for 20 years. All right, so sit down. I haven't seen any of these damn videos, but now that I'm 30, I'm really enjoying them, okay? How I Lost My Best Friend in WoW. All right, rant over. Bone to pick has been picked.
For as long as I've played World of Warcraft, I wanted to be a gladiator. The highest PvP rating you can get.
Done. Yep, I'm going home. That's right. We did that. That's it. You see that, chat? You see that? There we go. That's what the game is about. That's what we've been doing instead of watching videos. Unbelievable.
Top 1%. Achieving that will get you the Sinful Gladiator's Soul Eater, a unique mount unlike any other in the game. Yeah, classic players. You grind like 4 months for a bug? Pfft, I get a fucking dragon, dude! Perhaps it's an optimistic dream, especially since I haven't like really PvP'd much before. But I have my reasons more than just a mount. I had myself a tragic backstory full of sorrow and loss, and no matter how many hours, lives, or potential girlfriends it cost, I set out to be a gladiator 3 months ago.
Is that Pokemon?
Knowing that no girlfriends had cost.
It might be. I think it might be.
I set out to be a gladiator 3 months ago, knowing that nothing would stop me from achieving my goal. It all started 9 years ago.
He's fishing.
I was fishing on the Darkwind Isle, exploring. Oh, I just caught something.
Oh, subscribe.
And that's when I met him, my companion, my rival, my best friend.
Hey, is that green smoke?
Oh my god, what the fuck is that? From that day forward, we set out to uncover the mysteries of World of Warcraft. We spent our days glitching out of bounds and exploring every inch of the world together. And it turns out Necrotis was a pretty good Death Knight.
I haven't seen this video, but I'm gonna tell you this much. Don't make friends with Death Knights if you're a mage. Death Knights are your mortal enemy. You want to make friends with a rogue if you're a mage, okay? You want to make friends with a rogue, okay? The rogue is going to enable you as a mage to one-shot people, to poly them. They're going to have the kidney shots, the saps, the blinds, the cheap shots, the kicks, the gouges, and you're going to come in with a polymorph and a combustion and get your rating. Do not be friends with a Death Knight if you're trying to get Gladiator. You're going to have to kick the Death Knight from the group and invite a rogue.
He showed me the ropes to the game. We raided together, we PvP'd together. One time we even... One day in a battleground, Necrotis starts telling me about another guild that he was in before I even started playing. A guild full of elite gamers, legends of their time, and absolute virgins. And one to rule them all. A single Death Knight, and I mean single extremely literally in this case, who taught Necrotis everything he knew. That Death Knight's name was Tommy. Tommy had completed every raid on the maximum difficulty. He had achieved rank 1 titles on his ults, and he had more gold than most players ever had in a lifetime. Tommy had it all, except for a friend. I only met Tommy a single time, and his wise words still echo in my head. Lamau, you're so fucking dumb! Bleep sound effect.
Nice.
He was so cool. From that moment onwards, me and Necrotis did everything we could to hopefully be just like him one day. And our journey to become some of the greatest WoW players ever had begun. We started taking raiding seriously. By the end of the expansion, we had some pretty good achievements under our belts. I set out to get gold challenge modes. In a challenge mode, your gear is scaled down until it's dogshit, and then you must complete the dungeon within a certain amount of time. It's quite a challenging mode. If you laughed at that, please unsubscribe. And most people didn't do these. They were pretty hard, so they paid to get carried through them. Yeah, nothing changes, does it? But I set out to get them literally the fucking day before they were going to be removed. So in a painful 12-hour grind, I got each dungeon completed with various members until the last dungeon. And make no mistake, this was a painful journey. Many close calls and broken groups. Which, saying it now, really doesn't give it justice on how fucking batshit insane I was to do this with random people all in one day. Seriously, dude, like, no one did this. This was so dumb of me to do. I don't know how, like, now, the only reason I'm doing this is because if you get gold times in every single dungeon, you get a title, a special mount, and most importantly, drip. A special set of gear made just for your class that, after tomorrow, I won't ever be able to get again.
They never re-added this transmog in, right? Like, I have this, the Time Lord, Time something set, and, like, the Paladin one is really cool. They added a recolor, not yet. Okay, someone banned that guy.
Just for your class that, after...
That Pally one right there, this is one of the coolest Pally sets in the game, in my opinion. Like, they're really cool. If you didn't play back then, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow, I won't ever be able to get again. And it just so happens that my final dungeon was the worst one that no one wanted to do.
I did these so long ago, I don't even remember them, I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, I remember this crap.
Luckily for me, I had my friend Necrotis by my side, and despite the fact that he definitely didn't want to do that dungeon, he tagged along anyway. In this dungeon, there's a specific part where you must kill waves of enemies.
Oh yeah, I remember
because
this.
There's no cheese or skip to this, it's actually one of the longest challenge modes to do, which didn't bode well for us because we only had enough time for one run before the servers went down. With a heavy heart and a near wipe, Necrotis tanked the second to last boss. And minutes before the servers went down, your boy got the achievement.
Oh, nice.
Let's go! I wish I could make this video more about just mop, but farming your legendary cape and getting Garrosh heirlooms, that's a story for another day. When it comes to these challenge modes, I gotta say, the bottom line is, it's one of my greatest memories in WoW. And with the new expansion looking absolutely poggers, there's nothing that could stop us.
I'm looking forward to Warlords of Draenor. I only hope that you have as much fun in Draenor as I think I'm going to have.
Our bond is iron. Our will unbreakable.
Spoiler alert, Warlords of Draenor sucked.
Who stand against us?
Oh gosh.
Now I have some hot takes. Dark Souls is actually better with a keyboard. I unironically sleep with the body pillow because it helps with sleeping posture and the crippling loneliness. And WoW should add a cat ears transmog. But I think perhaps my hottest take of all is that I actually enjoyed Warlords of Draenor more than most other expansions.
Alright, next video. I'm skipping this. Dude, are you kidding?
Now, I won't dispute that it's between WoD and BFA for the worst expansion, but WoD was where I raided to the absolute peak. WoD was where I explored the game in ways I hadn't in MoP. The problem with WoD is that it didn't have much content, but the content that it did have, bellissimo. And here's the reddest pill of all. If you start playing WoW, no matter how bad current expansion is, you're probably gonna have a great time. Cause there's like 15 years of shit to explore. And WoD was that for me. Me and Necrotis wanted to push hard, but our raid leader wouldn't let us raid on the main team for some reason. Probably because 14-year-olds are more toxic and unpleasant than radioactive waste. Man, I'm really cutting down my target audience with that one. But that wasn't gonna stop us. We had a plan to get into Team 1. So, we left the guild and transferred servers. I had fun in this guild, but it was far from great. This is the oldest piece of WoW footage I have on my PC. The thing that literally got me into recording my gameplay was so that I could record this guy dying and get him kicked from the guild. I was a good kid. My new Chad-only guild was clearing heroic pretty easily. As the guild started to clear mythic content, I got incredibly burnt out and decided to quit. You know, during the entire several month-long course of Blackrock Foundry, The guild had not killed a single mythic boss. 150 wipes on Beastlord Darmak. For those of you that don't play WoW or didn't play Warlords of Draenor, let me put it into perspective.
If you're in a mythic guild and it's 150 days without killing the boss and you're wiping hundreds of times, I feel like that's probably enough to like disband the guild. Like, am I wrong? Like, that's pretty tough. Like, players eventually want their dopamine, and it seems like if you're wiping that many times, people are just gonna leave. People are just gonna leave and find a new guild at that point. Yeah, I feel like the guild is not gonna survive.
Our last guild, you know, the one that was too slow and unworthy and cringe, they ended up clearing the whole raid, and they still play together to this day.
Damn.
So I quit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I want money. Ad time. Oh, Elaine, take me back. Hi, I'm Pint. I'm here to tell you about Raid Shadow Legends, the free game where you can fight demon lords, take on epic dungeons.
You know, I appreciate the honesty from Pint. Excuse me, I want some money. Here we go.
Place your need for real love by collecting video game characters. You can find all that with the link in the description below. But I know why you're really here. It's the ladies. Ladies' nuts on your chin.
This is why I left you.
You shut your mouth! Which is why I made a top 5 list of all my favorite characters in Raid. Number 5, Madame Saris. Now draw her telling me everything's going to be okay.
Nice.
Number 4, Jingle Hunter. Fellas, hide your jingle bells, cause this man works more than one day a year. Okay. Number 3, Avis. Who's not in Horden. She's all 5. I watch them another flex around, PvP summer up, and my energy refill. And what's by, I love money, ad over.
Alright, check out Raid Shadow Legends. Alright, we'll
Despite
continue
me
watching.
quitting, Necrotis stayed focused. He persevered through thick and thin.
And I...
Minecraft. Oh, what a relaxing game.
And as the guild culled its ranks, they eventually killed Manaroth on the highest difficulty. Necrotis, he did it. He achieved Tommy levels of skill and prowess, and dare I say, he surpassed him.
So then I came back to the game. Hey, hi, remember me? So towards the end of the expansion, most people in our guild quit. You know, cause, yeah. So our guild kinda just stopped raiding. But for us, there was still a lot left to do. Ganking people. Achievement runs, arena, gold farms, exploration, convincing a 14-year-old to delete their Hearthstone before flying them to Mount Nigel. What could be better than this?
Oh my gosh, bro, it's messed up.
Warlords of Draenor made you rich as fuck. In the
Yeah,
last
it's actually
expansion,
true.
Blizzard took inspiration from Chinese culture, fantastic architecture, beautiful landscapes, and multitudes of characters and storylines that were
Mop is so
respectful to the
good.
source material and original. So in Warlords of Draenor, they knew they had to step it up a notch. So they did what any industry monopolizing company would do. That's right. Communism. They just started giving people money for free. What could go wrong? The economy has still never recovered. Even with that. And of course, what better way is there to spend your money than drip? There are certain items in World...
If you guys didn't play WoD, what you could do is send your followers on missions, and you didn't actually have to do anything. You just clicked go mission or whatever, like start the mission, and then the followers would do the mission, and then you would make a certain amount of gold, and then you could get modifiers for how much gold you actually made, and you could just skip all the ones that didn't give you gold and just do all the gold ones. And every day you could do that on every character, or even like multiple times per day, and you could do it from your cell phone. There's an app called the Companion app or something that you could just constantly start the follower missions and say go, 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 go. So you could keep these going 24/7 all the time, and you could do this on multiple characters. So you have like 10 characters that you could do it on. I myself and many others made millions of gold doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing at all.
World of Warcraft, which are no longer obtainable. The most notable of all being Tier 3, which was hard to get and was made unobtainable in 2008. The most coveted piece of Tier 3
And now it's obtainable again.
is the Dreadnought Spolders. Because while most Tier 3 looks like a 5-year-old's attempt to get hired at the local circus, Dreadnought looks like the Lich King armor. And WoW players love this guy so much that mentioning his name will make them jizz on command. Watch this.
My son,
day you were born, the very forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas.
Oh, fuck, God, Jesus. What the fuck? Not in front of the fucking kids. However,
Okay,
there
okay,
exists a
sorry,
special
sorry,
auction
okay.
house where randomly items like these will be listed. Problem is, Dreadnought kinda goes for millions of gold, but in WoD it was a different story. So one day, when I was checking the black market for private reasons, I noticed the shoulders were available, so I called Necrotis. Now, my friend was poor, and I'd often abuse that by paying him to help me with tasks for way under the amount of gold you'd usually pay someone just because he was desperate. But Dreadnought is no small feat, so I decided I'd be a great friend. Because if he's looking this drippy, then I'm cool by association. I skipped school and offered to pay any amount of gold that he'd need to win the shoulders. And there we waited, all day, until he finally won the shoulders.
Oh, sick.
And how much did one of the rarest items in the entire game go for? 10,000 gold.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, the minimum fucking price.
So
Let me take you
lucky.
back to the exact moment where he won it.
That's so lucky.
Almost. I'm so stinky at the moment with sweat.
I'm actually sweating and breathing heavy right now. My heart keeps skipping beats.
Less than 10 minutes left.
I'm just showing you. Yay.
Yes.
Even though it wasn't my item, this was one.
I can confirm, like, so I farmed the black market auction house for all of the mage tier 3, all of the warlock tier 3, and like most of the priest tier 3, and the feeling is incredible, man. The feeling is so freaking nice. Like, it was awesome. Like, you checking to see if you got outbid, like the mind games, the gold transferring, this and that. Like, it was awesome. And then Blizzard made it so you can craft tier 3 now.
One of the best days I've ever had in WoW. Not because of the item itself, but because of the day I spent with my boy, you know? Eventually, me and Necrotis both got matching Feldrakes, we attempted challenge modes, and I got a Spectral Tiger.
They got matching Feldrakes, and Blizzard gave those away too since this video.
Ladies. And so we took a break. We played a lot of Dark Souls together, at least until Legion came out. But that's when everything started to change. You see, WoW is great for teaching you life lessons, such as how to manipulate the economy and how to talk to other human beings. In theory. But the biggest life lesson that WoW teaches you is that fleeting sense of youth as your social circle crumbles. People get older and move on, and you're left desperate for the times you had, all while knowing nothing can truly take you back to the good old days. So, our guild died. But we joined another one at the start of Legion. We cleared Heroic, and then that one died too. So, me and Necrotis just opted to make our own pugs and not join any guilds. It was fun and it was casual, but we felt like quitters since we weren't pushing mythics anymore. We were playing solo, but we didn't feel cool. We were girl bossing, but we gatekeeped ourselves. Nail emoji. Which is why when
Nail
one
emoji.
night, an old friend invited us to do Mythic Gul'dan, how could we say no? Despite it being one of the hardest fights in WoW, we didn't cause a single wipe. And it did wonders for our egos, knowing that even in the WoW equivalent of our midlife crisis, we still had it. That was until we spoke to the raid leader after raid, and he said something along the lines of this.
Great stuff tonight, boys, great stuff, but, just one thing. No, you played fine. It's just your artifact power, it's a bit low. If you could just farm some Mythic Plus over the next week, that'd be great. Alright, boys, you get some grinding in, okay? I'll see you next week.
And at that moment,
Oh my
something
gosh,
deep and
so
primordial,
true.
in the very pits of my soul, snapped. That I had spent my youth waiting for other people to not fuck up.
Oh, look, it's not gonna get soaked. Well, everyone's dead. See ya.
Waiting, night after night, for Nadia the priest from Darkspear. Yeah, I fucking remember you. And even though it took me years to fully realize, I think in that moment I finally knew.
I will
Or at
never
least
raid.
just fuck mythic raiding. It was fun sometimes, but I just never felt like it was all that challenging.
I never got into it,
for
to be
other people
honest.
to not fuck up, or just menial grinds outside of raids to max out your character power. But that's enough venting for now. So as we did our pugs, we did our mage towers, and we did the occasional arena until the end of Legion, our drive to sweat was fading, and our sense of wonder or motivation along with it. And with the release of Battle for Azeroth, we both quit. As well as like everyone else. Maybe it was okay. Perhaps we achieved all we set out to do. Maybe we were like Tommy now. Ignoring the fact that Tommy got banned in WoD for selling gold.
Oh no, Tommy!
So, was this it? The end of our journey?
Wait, you never got Gladiator?
Yes. That was it for Necrotis and Pint. Never to play together again. Oh my god, it's perfect.
Classic. Oh. Yes.
Necrotis, it's here. We have to go.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you waiting for? Come on, you don't want to miss this, right?
Death
Come
Knights
on.
can't play.
One last hurrah. Like the good old days.
You can't play Classic as a Death Knight.
Fine.
Oh, take me. Take me. Necrotis, come on, just play a warrior. Last online 6 months ago. Shadowlands. Oh no, Necrotis, we lost him. Oh, he's a GF now. Oh, I've heard that before. I've heard that. Bro, I've had arena partners. We're farming the ladders and they get a GF and they don't log in for months. And I'm not going to call them out by name explicit or anyway. And then all of a sudden it's like, dude, who am I supposed to play with now? You know?
My new goal in WoW was to tie up loose ends. I collected mounts and transmogs that I'd wanted for years. And with each accomplishment I obtained, I felt the void of apathy growing. Until there was only one final thing left to pursue. Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator.
The final goal that me and Necrotis wanted to accomplish. I would do for the both of us. So I studied war. Days spent skirmishing and learning from the best.
Yeah.
As it turns out, WoW PvP is actually pretty easy. And I got in contact with some of the best PvPers in the world.
Savix?
And also this guy. On occasion, several of these rank 1 players referred to my skills as alright. And it was my new friends to coach me. I trained harder than ever before.
Oh, hell yeah.
My rank was rising, and it was
Nice.
time for our final push. We were winning gladiator level games. But right before I claimed victory, I quit. Which seems to be a pretty common thing with me. That was months ago, and I still never went back to get Gladiator. I could have gotten better. I could have grinded it out. But my best friend for the past 8 years, the one who made this dream with me as teenagers, he wasn't there. And I'd love to say that solo queue would fix everything, or that I'm coming back to give it another shot in Season 2. I'd love to say I've got hope that Blizzard would fix it all, and I'd love to be wrong about what I actually think. I'd love to be one of those girls on Twitter who have their character in a flower crown as their profile picture as they commission art of them and their friends. I'd love to have that much fun, and I'd love to know if it was my fault that I can't have that anymore, or if it's the game I'm playing. Because the truth is, the months I spent in Shadowlands weren't out of passion. They felt like a job, that I was just doing it for content or for some weird pilgrimage, and I've been missing a spark. It took me forever to realize. It's never about killing mythic bosses, or the fastest times, or the highest item levels, and it damn well was never about optimizing systems.
Yeah.
It was always
About
friendship,
getting rank 1.
camaraderie, discovery, the wonder, the sense of not knowing what was around the next corner, And suddenly, all of my achievements and rare items I got over the years felt so unimportant. I don't care about being good anymore. My hubris is long dead. I don't feel invested in my toon or my journey or who my character is in retail. It's just numbers. So my story on retail feels over. I had a blast, but why ruin that by forcing it along on life support?
Man.
And yeah, maybe I'll come back like WoW players always do. Or maybe this is finally it. Maybe it's okay to let something I love end.
I'm not crying, you are, Chad. Oh, man. No. Log in and get Gladiator at least. Come on, Pint. Log back in and get Glad. One more game. One more game.
Yeah, I'm gonna play Final Fantasy. And I haven't, like, quit TBC, but you're on thin ice, Blizzard. Follow my Twitch if you'd like some Pint content between, you know, the upload schedule.
So from here, people are saying Pint started doing Final Fantasy uploads. Is that true? That was here. And then Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy. It actually, yeah, so Pint actually hasn't played WoW in like 2 years probably. Damn, that video got me like a little emotional, dude. Not gonna lie, I cried. That was beautiful. Yeah, it's like a little emotional, man. I can relate to that on many levels.